So you've got to try to identify those of your clients that may qualify for ERC. If your client doesn't qualify for ERC, then all they have to do is apply for PPP loan forgiveness. But remember, even just applying for PPP loan forgiveness, if they had a reduction in rate of pay of their employees, or if they had a reduction in FTEs, full-time equivalent employees, that could lead to a reduction in their PPP loan forgiveness. And, you know, obviously nobody wants a reduction in their PPP loan forgiveness and have to repay some of the PPP loan. Nobody wants that. And by the way, here's a little question that people have not done well with. So think about the answer before you volunteer. So remember, the key rule, one of the key rules that was brought forth by this section 206 of the Taxpayer Certainty and Disaster Tax Relief Act, there's a rule that says you cannot use the same wages for PPP loan forgiveness as you use for ERC. So if you had $10,000 of wages, and you could use that $10,000 either to get PPP loan forgiveness or to get the ERC in 2020 or in 2021, where are you better off using the $10,000 of wages, for PPP loan forgiveness or for ERC?
PPP.
PPP. And the question is, well, why is it better to use the loan for PPP loan, the wages rather, for PPP loan forgiveness? And the reason is because that $10,000 is worth 100 cents on the dollar. You're using those wages to forgive a $10,000 loan. You don't have to repay 10 grand. If you use that $10,000 for ERC in 2020, as you probably know, it's a 50% credit in 2020. So if you have 10,000 of wages that qualify for ERC times 50%, you've got a $5,000 employee retention credit. But even then, it's not $5,000 because, as you may know, on a 20 income tax return, you have to reduce your wage deduction by the amount of the credit in the year the credit is earned. And so your $10,000 wage deduction is reduced down to 5 grand by the $5,000 credit. So if you're in a 37% bracket, you know, you just lost 30%, 37% of 5 grand. So now your net savings is like $3,200. It's not the 5 grand credit. Obviously, if that were to happen in 21, your credit initially is $7,000, but again, you have to reduce your income tax deduction on, say, a calendar 21 return.